went into the dark and scary land of reboots.
Ooh. Okay.
And I decided, it's hard for me to give reboots a chance. And every once in a while, one will come along that sparks my interest. And I mean, we've had some failed ones recently, some spectacular failed ones. They tried to reboot Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Netflix, tanked. They tried to do The Exorcist Believer with Ellen Burstyn coming back. It tanked. They did a Pet Cemetery one with, what's his name? David Duchovny. It tanked.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if you don't believe me, folks, go to Rotten Tomatoes and look at the reviews on these. They are almost in the single digits. So I decided this one had my curiosity and I wanted to see it, and I watched The First Omen.
Oh, okay.
This surprised me a great deal. It's been getting positive reviews, which is one of the reasons I was surprised, and I wanted to see if it was a suitable prequel. And it is. I think it's not bad. It is a prequel, so it is set in 1971 in Italy.
So it's a prequel to Damien's birth in the first movie.
Yes.
Okay.
And
right.
the researchers, I don't have the writer, but the director is Arkasha Stevenson. Don't know her that much because she's only done television. However, she has directed shows that I've liked. One of them was Legion, and one of them was Channel Zero, which is very scary to me. And I don't know if it was her or the writer. The writer, actually, one of the writers' names is Tim Smith, which really cracked me up because when I saw it, I was like, I didn't write this. They did their history, though. They did their research because there was apparently a lot of riots and stuff going on in Italy in 1971, and all that shit's in the movie, too.
Okay.
It relies on atmosphere and tension instead of a jump scare, which is very similar to the first movie. There are a couple of jump scare moments in it, but I mean, it's not a jump scare movie like, Friday the 13th or anything. The music is great. It doesn't go into that choral, bombastic Omen music that you remember until it's appropriate. And when it's appropriate and it comes in, you're like, yes, this is great. La, la. Yeah. Da, da. La, la. Exactly. La, la. The movie stars Nell Tiger-Free. It stars Ralph Ineson, who we've been seeing a lot lately. He's the father from The Witch. Didn't we see him last week in something? Yeah, we saw him in The Green Knight.
Yes.
Wasn't it? Yeah, he played the Green Knight. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And then it also has Bill Nighy, who we know as Davy Jones from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, amongst other things. Synopsis is: a woman starts to question her own faith when she uncovers a terrifying conspiracy to bring about the birth of evil incarnate in Rome. This movie, unlike those movies I mentioned before, gets 81% on Rotten Tomatoes with 178 reviews. I think this is fair. I might even nudge it up a bit to like an 85 because I enjoyed it. I did not dislike it. It was a refreshing breath of air to the standard horror crap that comes out. And considering that it's a reboot or a part of a franchise, that's even more refreshing because most of the time those suck. So
can I ask, does this mean that they're going to do a sequel and it's going to be the Gregory Peck story?
No.
Or whatever?
I don't think so. It's funny that you mentioned that. I was going to mention that before I left. At the very end of the movie, of course, Damien is a baby. They show a picture of Gregory Peck and that this is where he's going to go, where the baby is headed.
Oh, so they really say this is a definite prequel to the trilogy that already exists.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I was thinking it might be the same font, but it's not. But yeah, they show a picture of Gregory Peck, so you know the baby's going there. However, this movie was smart enough to weave another thread into the plot where it could go off into a second movie.
Okay.
So, and it would be a separate movie. As far as I can tell, it would not be a remake of the first movie.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. I mean, when it's done well, I think we've talked about it. A few years ago, I was so hugely anti-reboot because you had stuff like Rob Zombie's Halloween or stuff like that. That was horrible attempts to re-energize a franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Predator, Alien, Alien, even though Ridley was doing the Alien reimagines, they sucked. So, uh, to
But
see
there's
one
been a
that's
few
good.
horrors that have been bright lights. I was not a fan of the Halloween franchise trilogy, the new trilogy, but I did like the first movie. I thought the first movie was a pretty decent reboot. Scream, those movies are pretty good. They're not that bad. And now this. So there are at least a few out there, a few shining
Hmm.
lights as far as
Yeah.
reboot territory.
And hopefully filmmakers or people can use that as, use these as examples. Learn from this, children, and go forth this way.
Right. Yeah. Pay homage and do some elements. Like for instance in this movie, I don't mean to keep going on, but you know how there's all those surprise accident deaths
Hmm.
in The Omen? They could easily do that in this. They don't. They only do it like twice, I think. So it's
Hmm.
enough of an homage that you get it. It's like, ooh, weird things are going on, but it's
Hmm.
not overplayed to where you're just beating a dead horse. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's that
Yeah.
pervasive. I remember the first one. It was that pervasive feel that darkness
Something's
is
not right.
rising,
Yeah.
something's coming.
You can't start the car. Johnny has the key.